Alright, Kal Halalium, La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Racha Kodash. The line is unto the apostles of Great Millstone, who I learn the truth from, and who do rule well. And salutations unto you, Akim wa Aquathium. Let take heed. That's you brothers and you few sisters. Today I'm going to just go over the book of Ecclesiasticus 42. I was just reading it, and the Spirit, lit me up. So I'm inclined to do this quick lesson. The book of I'm just gonna make a note. Lord's will, I'll do more of these. But the Apocrypha, first and foremost, when you break down the word Apocrypha, the word apo means to send. Krifa is where you get the word crypt or cryptic, meaning hidden. So it means literally to send away hidden, or to send hidden. All right. So this book, the Apocrypha, which really, at the end of the day, when you look at all the books or the canons of the Bible is basically a collection of books. Okay, you had, for example, the first 5 books, which is known as the Torah. In the ancient Hebrew, the Lashon Kodash, it's known as Thawara, right? Going back to law. Those 5 books were recorded by whom? Moses, right? After Deuteronomy, then you have Joshua, which was recorded by Joshua, and so forth and so on. You have the Chronicles and the books of the kings of Israel. Then you have the various prophets. But my point being, not to get off topic, is, again, when you look at the Apocrypha, you have certain books, like the book of 1st and 2nd Esdras. Those were supposed to be in the Old Testament, a part of the book of Ezra, right? But they took a lot of these scriptures out. So when you read the Apocrypha, it's very good for you brothers to read it, man. Especially, this is my side note, the book of Ecclesiasticus. Because with my experience, when I first came in this word, I had an Apocrypha, and I read through it. The first one I read it. After I read it, because we would highlight the scriptures, I bought another one, because I said, okay, I want to read it again without anything highlighted. And then I found new things. I said, oh, well, look at that. And then the second one, I believe I gave it to a brother, so I got a third one. I read it again. So my point being, I read it 3 or maybe 4 times. I believe 3 though, front to back, and there's always something new, man. This is truly the these scriptures are truly living waters. Okay, you cannot grab the momentum in one gist, so to speak, or one handful. Okay, this thing is constantly flowing. So my point is, you brothers, get into it, man. Read Ecclesiasticus. Read Baruch. That's another very good book. If you want to get in the history aspect, go to 1st and 2nd Maccabees. Go to even Esdras. He gets into history and prophecy, of course. The rest of the books of Esther. That's more history and great scriptures in there. So let's, without further ado, get to this Ecclesiasticus 42:1. Of these things be not thou ashamed, and accept no person to sin thereby, of the law of the Most High. Right. So this is in my previous video I just did, I talked about mentorship or mentor. Okay. A mentor is someone that teaches you, advises you, keeps you on the right path. So if you want to look at it, the book of Ecclesiasticus, per se, it's not a historical book, even though there are references. It's not really, there's prophecies in here as well. But more so, I would say, through my experience, the book of Ecclesiasticus is down packed, man. How to conduct yourself, what kind of mannerisms to have, what kind of honor code or integrity to have, how to do things, how to move. This book is multifold. It reminds me of the book of Proverbs, where King Solomon talks about how to conduct yourself, but he drops a lot of gems in those. A lot of parables as well. But this book, man, look, it says, don't be ashamed of the law of the Most High and his covenant, and of judgments to justify the ungodly. So look at that. Don't be ashamed. So that means if someone close to you got it, got judgment, don't be ashamed, man. Because everything is right and just at the end of the day, no matter how mind-boggling and crazy it may seem. But the only reason we look at it that way is because we've only been shown one way. We've only been shown the way that Esau has it, or has it portrayed. a carnal, rational world. But we understand things in a spiritual sense, right? So we're not to be ashamed of these things, of reckoning with thy partners and travelers, or of the gift of the heritage of friends, of exact, it's like of exact of balance and weights, or of getting much or little. See, so if you're a businessman, don't think you're stingy if you're actually trying to deal with exact weights on scales or whatever your thing is. No, man, the Most High deals with exact weights. You have a thing called roundup in math, which is for example, if you have like $4.60, it rounds up it because it's past the half mark. It rounds up to five. You have things like that. Not everything is black and white. But at the same time, man, don't think, oh, I'm being too stuck up, or I'm being too anal, or I'm being too strict. No, the Most High is a man of order, but he's also at times a man of humor, right? But there's a balance. So again, of exact of balance and weights, or of getting much or little. See, so you're supposed to be circumspect. Look, man, we're not here like 10 years ago when we first came in the word and we're young men and we're just fucking around. The Most High is showing us, no, man, you got to conduct yourself like men. The Most High is setting a lot of brothers up to be entrepreneurs and deal with business matters, right? A lot of intricate things like that take focus, that take work, knowledge, skill, right? Time, dedication, right? So we're getting back into these things, man. In the ancient world, we were businessmen, we were merchants, we were carpenters, we were skilled artificers, we were knowledgeable men, and we conducted ourselves as such. We can't conduct ourselves as damn fools, man. Running our mouth and on some madness, because we seen someone do it in the world, man. We're not supposed to emulate this damn world. Everything that this world teaches you is cool is really not cool. Okay? Always have that in the back of your head, man. Verse 5, and of merchants is indifferent selling, of much correction of children. See, there's the balance, man. So brothers, yeah, they talk about whoopings for kids and this and that, but it's not to a, because when you tell people that in their head, they think you're killing the damn child, or you're bruising his face, you're breaking his nose, busted lip, split open head. No, man. There's a hey, man, like the scripture says, a time and place for everything under the sun. The book of Ecclesiastes chapter 3, right? So we got to balance it out, man. And to make the side of an evil servant to bleed, because in the ancient world you would give an evil servant 40 stripes save one, 39 stripes, right? But at the same time, man, you gotta deal with meekness, man. You're there ripping up the man. No, right? Because the Most High, guess what? He's ever merciful, just as he's ever just. They go one hand. It's like they go one and the same. I'll put it that way. Okay, the Most High is great to pour out his fury and his wrath and his judgments, but he's also in his indignations, but he's also just and ever merciful in his mercies, man. See? Verse 6, sure keeping is good where an evil wife is. Hey, man, this just reminds me of what the apostle said, man. You ain't got to tell your woman shit, man. You got to do your business. Because guess what? Why do I say that? In this kingdom, man, you guys, again, you guys that have your Sarahs and your Esthers and your Rebeccas, and this is not for you then. You guys got it then. Okay, you're in the kingdom. You got it. Okay? You guys got your woman, your perfect woman. But for the rest of us, look, man, you have certain levels of woman. If you dealt with a certain amount of woman, you know the scale, the gradient scale, so to speak. You got women that come in and out like a revolving door that are the same, man. They're just airheads. Some of them are more demons than the others. And then again, some women you come and they do give you some rest for a time. And the most High set that up, right? But at the end of the day, this is the damn fucking matrix, okay? And any one of these women are potential Smiths. If you don't know what I mean by that, I'm not gonna explain it, okay? Um, Basically, they're potential, they're high. I'm gonna put it this way: they're high risk. They're at high risk of being hijacked by demons, okay? and going on autopilot. So what does that mean? Sure keeping. You got to deal with yourself as a man. In this kingdom, man, you're not gonna get too far dealing with a family unit, okay? Because your woman is distracted and taught, and lessons are thrown at her, and influences are thrown at her at the moment she wakes up and checks her phone. From this guy messaging her, from her seeing that guy, from her seeing this doctrine, from her reading this newsletter, from her watching this Edomite or this setup Jake. She's her mind is scrambled eggs, man. Okay, put some bacon on there. Okay, she's all bugged out. And the sooner you younger men get that, it's gonna be a little. It's not gonna be a less bumpier ride, but you can deal with the bumps easier. I'll put it that way. Okay, and I'm gonna read again, verse 6. Sure keeping is good where an evil wife is, and shut up where many hands are. Hey, you got, man, you got like the apostles and elders, man, those are giving brothers, man. But at the same time, you have a lot of niggas, man, that see that shit and they take advantage of it. And their hands are wide open all seasons, all calendar, all moons, man. Okay? Every single moon, their damn hands are open and they don't give back. So guess what? It is good to shut up where many hands are. Meaning everyone's asking, oh, help me, help this. But then when it's time you would ask them help, sorry, close the door. Hey man, like this Jake, the brother Sen, the Benjamite, he makes funny videos. Yeah, he puts on a Latin tribe accent. He said, next time somebody asks you, hey puppy, next time somebody asks you for money, you just say no and smile. Hey, can I have help with this? No, and smile. You gotta be like that, man, because there's a lot of people that are out there trying to take advantage, man, and they're there as long as you're giving, as long as that river is flowing. They're there, man. But see, this is what I mean. These scriptures are pure, man. These scriptures are amazing, man. This is the tree of life right here, man. Verse 7. Deliver all things in number and wait. See, and put all in writing that thou givest out or receivest sin. Hold on, doesn't Esau have that? He calls that a receipt, man. You paid. They print the paper, the receipt, right? Everything is jotted down. In the ancient world, you would write upon things, man. You had men that wrote upon papyruses and different scrolls, even stones, all kinds of different materials, man. Right? Birch, hemp, all kinds of things you can write on. But the point being, you see, it says deliver all things in number and weight, man. So my point is, brothers, there's a time and place to be laxy-daisy and kind of just go in the spirit, if you know what I mean, blind faith, and there's a time to be really what's the word? Cognitive, functional, rational, so to speak, meticulous, look into things, right? That's what I mean. There's a time and place for both, man. Okay. Verse 8. It says, be not ashamed to inform the unwise and foolish, which that's what we're doing every week. We're doing that every week. We're not out here hiding it. If someone comes up, we're telling you. We're informing you. Now you're informed. Okay? You're not uninformed and you're not disinformed anymore. What they're showing you on the news is disinformation. We just showed you information. So you're informed. What you choose to do with that information is up to you. Right? And the extreme aged that contendeth with those that are young. Hey man, brothers that are on the highways for years, you've dealt with old heads, man. They come up and they might be there for two fucking hours and 2-3 hours, and you're thinking this guy deceived me. He's not young, but that's a damn demon. And the old people, the aged, they've accumulated a life, or over their life they've accumulated so much garbage, right? That they're contending with you till their last breath. And it's hard, man. And especially dealing with an aged person, it's hard to tell them anything. Why do you think the Lord said, matter of fact, let me get that. And you know what, man? Because the only reason I say this is because you had some brothers that come in that are aged. It's very hard for a man to come in this thing and fully put away everything. Because he may put away his philosophies, but he may not put away his pride or his own vices or conceits. That's why it says every man is wise in his own conceits, man. Everyone's a fucking wise guy, right? This is Matthew 9 and 16. It says, no man putteth a piece of new cloth unto an old garment, for that which is put in to fill it up taketh from the garment, and the rent is made worse. Right? Neither do men put new wine into old bottles. I remember one brother, man, we lived together, and he put, we had an old bottle of wine that was empty, and he put new wine in there, and that fucking thing cracked and busted open. I said, damn, man, hey, that's the parable that Yahushua is speaking of. But what it's alluding to is the fact that when you're out there and or wherever you are, and you're telling an aged person something, man, bro, you putting that new wine in there, they're crackling and it's tearing them up, man. Could you imagine somebody for 60 years, all they know is Christmas, Easter, birthdays? Are you kidding me, man? Again, that's up to the Lord, but for the most case, it's a done deal, man, to wake him up. Neither do men put new wine into old bottles, else the bottles break, and the wine runneth out, and the bottles perish. Right? But they put new wine into new bottles, and both are preserved. See? So again, be not ashamed, verse 8, to inform the unwise and foolish, and the extreme age that contendeth with those that are young. Thus shalt thou be truly learned, and approved of all men living. Right? And again, the only reason I say that is because, now this doesn't go for everybody that comes in that's already aged, because again, the Most High deals with all kinds of situations, man. The Most High could do anything, man. But for the most part, he gave us what? He gave us a guideline. He gave us a blueprint. We had a guy in the camp, he was older. He was already in his mid-50s when he came into camp, maybe early mid-50s, but he was already grayed up. And yeah, man, basically he's not doing the work anymore. He retired, okay? But that dude always had problems, man. Always. He would come in quiet and like a humble guy, but every time you contend with him about something, he would get in a fucking fuss, man. You couldn't tell that guy shit. It was like, you know what it was like alluding to now? Just like that time when I seen the brother pour the new wine, and the man's insides are just crackling, man. They're ready to explode, right? It's just like that, man. So really, when Yahushua did really say, man, you got to become a newborn babe. It's to the 100th level that's true, you know. It couldn't be it couldn't be closer to the truth, man, than that, because you really have to put everything away, man. Okay, and that's how you get knowledge, understanding, experience, because you deal with all kinds of people, man, young, old, middle-aged, right? So with that, hope you brothers and sisters were edified. I want to say Kal Halalim La Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Racha Kwadash. That means all praises to Yahweh, which is the Most High, Yahweh Shai, his son, and Racha Kwadash, meaning the Holy Spirit. And double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone who I learned this truth from. Salutations unto Yakyam Wa Akwathiam that take heed. Until next time, Lord's will. Shalom.